Hello everybody, my name is Brent Goodman, and I like the fact that it's such a small, intimate crowd. It's like, I feel very comfortable around guys. I brought something I always bring with me when I introduce myself to most girls, a Miniature Horse World magazine. It turns out if you go and you, online, you go and introduce yourself to a famous bikini model and you start sending her links to miniature horse websites or to websites about cats that look like small tigers. They're house cats. They probably won't keep you... actually, some of them have befriended me and got to know me small talk, but most of the time you get a combination of block and delete. So, it turns out a lot of times what I want to do with the girls is different than what most guys want to do. Most guys just go straight into, I want to touch your butt, I want to touch your breast, all the things that you say in the bedroom. I don't have any interest, I don't have disinterest, I just don't view these women like that because they're my role models. So what I do is I go and I start talking about my love of animals. And I don't tell them the full truth. The full truth was I would like to meet their family and take their dad's dogs on a walk. So somehow that is like more inappropriate in the real world because it's so far-fetched and not used to it than saying you want to make him a baby mama. So let's see. I was working at Knott's Berry Farm this last year, but I got fired. I was Snoopy. And I got fired for hugging people too much. And then I was also working at Disneyland 2 years ago before that. And at Disneyland, I was Pluto. You may have seen me on YouTube chasing that real stupid little kid across the park real fast. Okay, if you never saw that, look it up. That's me chasing some kid who kicked me in the shins, and I got fired for that. You can view it. And then at Magic Mountain, I was Bugs Bunny, but I was always trying to give people the bird, but my finger only had 3 fingers, so my managers knew what was going on, the families didn't, and I was only at that job for a week. So, and then, let's see here. What's a Dutch oven? Some girl told me today that my breath smells like a Dutch oven. What's a Dutch oven? Does anybody know? They pulled my little cheat sheet, sorry about this. Okay, so I'm in love with this girl, Cassandra McLeod. She's a booth babe that works at Comic-Con. And I met her before a few times over the years, and she's like, I've been told that just because someone's wearing a French-made outfit doesn't mean they want to be your girlfriend. And so I didn't quite make that connection in the last few years. And so they'll be working at Comic-Con where they're paid to be a girl that gets the picture taken. And most of the guys when they take the picture, like, don't take it of just them and their friends, they take it of the cleavage and the butt and then upload it to things like Flickr or websites like that. And so when they say they want to go out with you sometime after you give them your business card, it turns out that's a lie. I didn't often understand that was a lie. I had to have it explained to me by about 200 people. So what I do is I just, if something doesn't work, I'm like Wile E. Coyote, I just don't quit. So to me, I know the thing about crazy is that a crazy person does the same thing more than once and expects different results. To me, Wile E. Coyote always comes up with a new plan, so he's not crazy, he's just an idiot, like savant genius. So I do the same thing with meeting girls, and let's see. I always check my Facebook account to see if I get blocked or deleted, like on a daily basis, just based on the last email I sent to the girl. Because again, some of them are cool with the fact I like miniature horses, and some of them are not. So it really depends on the model. And but the thing about it that always takes me for a surprise and for a loop, that people are really kind of insulted about my intelligence about, is they said, Brent, if you're such a smart guy, how come you're always so surprised that this girl who has added you on Facebook, this model, is now wanting to buy autographed calendars and autographed photographs? And it's like, didn't you see that one coming? I was like, well, no, she was a white girl and the last one was Hawaiian. And they're like, oh God, don't you get it that they're all doing the same thing? It doesn't matter if they're from Puerto Rico or Hawaii or from Nebraska, they all want autographed pictures, and that's the only reason they really added you, not because they're in love with you. And so my parents have actually, when I go to San Diego, sometimes I go downtown to go eat, and they have all the young San Diego State girls that just graduated, UCSD girls that just graduated, dressed in like sexy nightclub outfits, staying outside the restaurants, and I'll go and as I walk by, they'll like cat call me or wolf call me, like, hey, come over here, what's your name? Try to introduce themselves to me. and I feel like as if I'm so handsome because all the girls are also so interested in me. Then I come home and I said, hey, Mom and Dad, guess what? All these girls in downtown, the hostesses were all crazy about me. It was great. And they're like, can we put you in a mental hospital? Do you realize that these girls are just paid to be there? That's just part of their job as a restaurant hostess, is to work the public, and that they don't even like you. And they're like, well, we did that bad of a job raising you that you actually believe that these girls actually like you. And so it wasn't that good. And I want to adopt kids one day. So my dream is to adopt kids that are little people, a Siamese twin, and then a son and a daughter that look like either Halle Berry or Denzel Washington or Brad Pitt or Matthew McConaughey. I take all the A-list looking movie stars, and I think they probably had it pretty